What is up, everybody? It's Coaster Pete here from Club Coaster, coming back with another episode of Royal Valley. That's right, Royal Valley Part 37. So, in this episode, in this time lapse, we will be working on our next coaster. That's right, we'll be working on Royal Valley's 9th roller coaster. That's right. So by the way, our 9th coaster to go to Royal Valley, is a mine train coaster. It's gonna be a family ride here. It's gonna be a family coaster, and it's gonna, as I introduce you, a mine train coaster. It's gonna be a Vekuma swinging mine train coaster. That's right. It's going to be a swinging mine train coaster. So by the way, so basically, this will be basically like kind of like the Seven Dwarfs mine train, basically, but it's gonna be a little bit more intense, but like a little bit more like at a higher level, but it will be, the reason why I chose a mine train coaster was because Royal Valley has needed a family coaster before opening, and I'm probably not going to add any more coasters after this until, like, a future expansion of Royal Valley. I think, like, in the next few episodes before opening, I might be filling in some gaps, and I'll be filling in some gaps with some trees, and a couple more dining places, and a couple more facilities for opening day, and because we don't start with I think those big gaps might be setting are with trees and etc. Because I'm actually, to be realistic, we don't start off with, a crazy amounts of, roller coasters and thrill rides and rides, etc., because roller coasters are expensive, and, basically, and by the way here, the reason why I wanted to add a 9th roller coaster is because it was only because I wanted to add at least one family coaster before opening. That I know I really want this park to be this Royal Valley park. I really want this property to be it's meant to be. I want it to be Thrill Seeker friendly, but have at least one roller coaster that's decent for beginner thrill seekers as well. That's good for beginner thrill seekers as well, basically. Because right now at the moment, we have mostly all the rest of these coasters are big Daredevil thrill seeker or Daredevil's roller coasters, basically thrill seekers roller coasters. So by the way, I've actually wanted to add at least one family coaster, and a mine train coaster will be perfect. So here, in this episode, in this time lapse, let's talk about the layout here. The layout is basically the layout does interact a lot with Wildfire. Basically, it does interact with Wildfire quite a bit, and yeah, it also has two 45-degree lift hills, and it's actually a medium size. It's a medium scaled mine train coaster. But my goal for this mine train coaster, I'm trying to make it for the pacing and etc. Kind of wanted to make kind of more of a fast-paced mine train coaster. Kind of to give the actual I know like its maximum speed's like it's only like a little bit over 50 miles per hour. But like it's only a bit over 50 miles per hour, so by the way, it's only like a little bit over 50 miles per hour, but like I have reduced the friction level all the way down to 0.3, is because so it can give like could be a kind of sort of like somewhat fast-paced, quick-paced all the way through. Like basically, like it's meant to be like so it can actually feel like a crazy like it's meant to give the sensation and the feel of a wild and reckless runaway mine train, basically. Like a wild and reckless mine cars, like, going by, and, it's meant to, like, I haven't really thought of, like, a specific name for this coaster yet, but, like, haven't really thought of a specific name for this coaster yet, but, basically, I kind of think of something generic, like, possibly something like, the Royal Valley Mine Train or something like that, possibly, or, something like generic, basically, like, just something called, like, the Royal Valley Mine Train or something like that, you never know, like, I would have named it Runaway Mine Train, but, like, but basically, I would have named it the Runaway Mine Train, but, it's copied up, like, that's already taken by, that name has already been taken by Six Flags, basically, and, also would have named it, like, Gold Rusher, basically, but, like, Gold Rusher has already been taken as well, basically. It's already been taken by Six Flags. So, so think of naming it like, the main, kind of thought of, like, some kind of specific name, like, such as the Royal Valley Mine Train or something like that, or maybe, the Runaway Mining Company, or possibly, the Runaway Wall Mine or something like that, like, but it's basically, we never know. I do not really have a specific name for this coaster yet, but, like, I'll think of something, and it will be a surprise. And it will be a surprise, basically. So, basically, like, I've also created, like, the station, the loading platform, and the queue line this, like, time lapse as well. So, possibly, so basically, like, I know I'm not completely done with the transfer table yet, but, it will, like, have, because it still needs some supports on there, definitely, like, and so, by the way, first, for, like, the queue line, I've kind of, like, I did, like, figure out tried a couple plans for the queue line. Like, first I was gonna make, like, at least one set of switchbacks, but, but instead I kind of wanted to, like, make, like, a straight, like, just a basic straight, like, queue line, like that, it's a straight, simple queue line, then we go, like, straight up to a couple of stairs, and 2 flights of stairs, and the priority pass queue, dueling right next to it. So, basically, there's also this coaster, like, this roller coaster will also run up to 3 trains on this roller coaster, basically. 3 trains. So that's pretty average, With 5 cars per train, with 3 trains, basically, which would be pretty average. Yeah, so by the way, for the station here, I have used plaster, basically. I did use, some lime plaster, the lime plaster walls for the station, for the loading platform, and, yeah, and also here, I've also did, like, rock work for, I've also did some, and to give the queue line a little bit of character, at least some character, at least to give the queue lines just for scenery ratings, for scenery purposes, I actually, like, did some rock work, just a bits of rock work on the queue, like, on the flights of stairs. I did some rock work on the flights of stairs. So, yeah, I also did end up repainting the track color. I also did repaint the color scheme as well. Like, I went for, kind of like, a gold, and into, like, kind of a shade of gold, and, to kind of like a gold and black and white, basically. Black, white, and gold, basically. Like, just to make it simple. Definitely, and, yeah, reason why I have not made the sign for this coaster yet is because I don't even have a specific name for this coaster yet. But when I do have a specific name, I will definitely make the logo for sure, some point, and yeah, definitely. So yeah, and that's all I have to say in this time lapse, and I will see you guys in the next episode, and that's all I have to say for this time lapse, and Club Coaster signing off. Goodbye, and enjoy the rest of your time lapse of Royal Valley Part 37. Yeah, Royal Valley Part 37. So, that's all I have to say, and Club Coaster here, signing off. Goodbye. See you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.